Hello everyone. Uh, in our last video, we saw how to use multiple languages in a web application. That was purely front-end specific app where the user would change language just for display purposes on the front end. Uh, Today, what we are going to see is an application, web application that uses multiple languages from front end to back end, in the sense like the user takes user provides input in non-English language, and that flows to the back end, and in the back end there is some processing done with this input which the user has given. So what are the challenges in this? What are the problems we encounter when we are building such an app? Let's go through that. So this is what we are going to discuss today: a multilingual web app, backend, so supporting multiple languages in your web application. Our problem statement is, or the problem that we are trying to find a solution or have a graceful solution for is, in multilingual web apps, you need to accept user input in non-English characters. Today, what we are going to see is in Russian or Kazak input. This input needs to be saved in database. So you're taking the data from front end and taking it all the way to the back end. And it's not only just saving it, but you're using that particular data. So how do you provide a solution for this particular thing? So there are multiple ways to go about this, and I tried quite a few of them, but the one which worked for me seamlessly was this particular approach. It's not a very it takes effort, not runs out of the box. You have to code all the way long, but it gives the desired output. So I'm sticking to it now. So what do I do is, like, I take the input, the user input, whatever language it is, and then convert it into UTF-16. So this is what we do: convert to UTF-16. Convert the user input into Unicode characters, and the form of Unicode is UTF-16. Now when you convert this user input, it will be it will give you one character at a time. It will not convert the whole string. So you need to kind of assemble this character string that you have into an array, and then maybe create some kind of CSV out of it, so that you can send it to the backend. Then this array, we send it to the backend. So our backend is in PHP. We send it out to PHP code which is running on the server, and then for further usage, we store this UTF string or UTF CSV into the database. So now this is conversion from input language to UTF-16. How do you convert it back to the native language in which it was inputted? So then the CSV that you have, you loop through the array and convert each of them into UTF code. So JavaScript provides function for both these activities. Let's look at that. So the first line of solution is through JavaScript. So we take the input string and we loop through the string and convert it to UTF-16 code using character code at string function. So this is the function that gives us the UTF-16 format of the inputted character. So as the name suggests, it's a character, not the string. It will not convert the whole string. Pass through this, create a CSV out of it, and send it back to the PHP. In PHP, what we do is we store that CSV that we got from the front end into the connect to the database, MySQL database in this case, and store it. And in our case, we need to use that the input in Python code. So in Python also, I'm taking the CSV, and then Python provides its own function called chr character. This function has the capability to convert UTF-16 back to the native language. and that's how we get it done. Okay, now let's look at some code, how this works. So this is our application, and it has, let's see in English. So it has like holiday greetings, personal greetings, and then a place to see whatever you have created. So let's go back to Russian, and we click on this. We get multiple greetings. We select for the first one of that, and we need to give a input the language, in Russian language or Kazakh language. So I just type it, I just copy pasted that. Then we need two images, one of the doctor and the other of the MR. So let's take this as a doctor and this is an MR, and this will be submitted. So you can see when we submit it, our payload shows that the doctor name was this was the original doctor name that we pasted over here, and when it was converted by JavaScript, it was converted, each of these characters was converted into a UTF-16 code, and then a CSV was created out of it and pushed back to the server. Now in this, where is the space? The space is here, and space is 32. So this is the first first input and second input, and separated by space. So the Unicode for space is 32. Now let's try to do this through code. So let's take this, let's take a string which has the same input as we gave earlier, so that is my name, and then convert it. So you see like it's 1042, so it gave me 1042 for the first character. Okay, and try for the second one. So 1077, this is the second character that we get. So this is how it goes through the loop. I'll show you the loop. It goes through this loop. This is the name, goes through the loop, takes each of the characters, and then adds in a comma to it, so that's how you get a CSV. So this is the front end side. On the back end side, it just takes this name, so that is a doctor name over here, and it's just taking it as the input came. So we send it as a doctor name over here in our form data, and that is how it has taken it over here without any processing. Okay, now now this data is stored somewhere in the backend, in our database. What the Python code does is it takes this data which is stored, or it can be seamlessly called from the PHP, and so here you can see the name. Now the name, we got this as a parameter to this Python script. So now that input is comma separated, so we split it back. Into the string we give the split. We call the split function. The split function will give us each character from the name. So we go through that, take each alphabet, then call the character function, and that character function will give us the we append it, and then we get the final name over here. So that's how we get it done. Take the input and convert it to the backend processing. Like here we are just creating a greeting, so the greeting requires this name in the Russian language. So what we did was we took the input in the Russian language, we converted it into UTF-16 character code, and then we save that in the database because we need that for reporting purposes. And also seamlessly, when Python code is getting called to create an image for this particular name, it again goes through the CSV and converts it to the native language using this character or chr function, which is native to Python. You don't need to import anything for this. So I hope you found that useful. This is like the second part. The first part was purely front end, and this in the second part we went end to end, taking input in a foreign language and sending it to the backend, storing it in the database, and then processing that data. We can see how the report is showing this data. This is the user, this is the name that was given, and we can see it. Sorry, this is the employee name. This is the doctor name which was given, and this name is shown properly over here also. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful and you can use it in your projects. And I'll catch you again in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.